Good morning, guys. Godfather on a Thursday morning. Um, this is my third attempt at doing this video. I think it's time for a new phone. This phone keeps crashing on me constantly. But anyway, I'm sitting here with an update on the emphasized Grim Reaper. But before we get to that, today's episode is brought to you by that guy right there. Go check him out. Diablo's Workshop. Okay, I've got the shop cards scrolling in the background, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of update on this Grim Reaper build. I started on it last night, been working on it for about 2.5 hours this morning. It's now a little past 7 o'clock. I'm not knocking the kit, but man, is there a lot of flash. So if you do decide to get this kit, be aware. Just for instance, the front fork, it's all chromed. All of the sides, inside, outside again, everything that has to do with the center line of this has to be scraped down because there's a seam line that goes around the whole thing. And, just looking at it, when it's on the bike, you see that seam line everywhere. So it's got to be scraped. I did that last night, and then I Molotov bend it last night, and then did any little bit of touch up this morning. So it looks pretty okay right now. But that's that part. The second snafu with this kit is you can't do anything past that step right there, cleaning up those parts. Because when you look in the instructions, go to the first page here, you got the two sides which have to be put on with the fork. Now the fork is chrome, so you got to paint first. So I'm at a standstill because I have to go get primer because I forgot to get primer yesterday. Actually lacquer primer. I don't have any lacquer primer. And I'm not spraying enamel and then putting lacquer over it and then wind up having a reaction. So I'm just going to go get the correct stuff today. Other than that, all the, it looks like a really nice kit. So I'll go through what parts you're going to have to watch out for flash wise. First off, the tires. Pretty poor manufacturing on the tires if you ask me. I'm going to show you the front one first because that's the worst. If you look at the tires don't have a point. And you can see that at the top. They come to a point. So this has to be completely sanded down. It's got a seam line that is pretty noticeable. You can see it in the camera. I'm not even focusing on it. And it's pointed all the way around. So you got a lot of sanding to do on that. And then you got to put a satin coat of something on there to make the tire look like a tire again. That's the front tire. Lot of flash on the inside too when it comes off, so you got to clean that up. On the rear tire, same issue. The tire is a little bit more rounded, but it does have a point on it. So you got to do the same thing there, and you got the same issue with flash inside on all the openings. There is only one plain plastic sprue, and that houses all the frame parts, the seat, a couple of little odd and end parts in there, the sissy bar, the fender, there's a coil, and there's a couple of little white pieces in there. They all have to be painted. So, but you have four sprues of chrome, and the chrome is most of it is fairly good. No flash on it at all. What you do have to work on is the exhaust pipes. Let me see if I can focus where my thumb is there. If it don't focus, you could still see it. Oh, there it goes. You can see that seam line that goes right down the whole piece of chrome. So you got to strip your chrome off and sand that down and then rechrome it. So that's going to be a little bit of work. What I find is anything around, like the Kickstarter, that's got the seam on it. Anything that's round and has a seam, you're going to find a lot of flash on it. Or seam lines, one or the other. But other than that, all the chrome seems to be pretty good. The rims, excellent. They came out really good. The only thing you have to clean off on here is, where you glue them together. Whatever surface that is. I didn't look at the glass yet, but the glass seems to be pretty good. There's only a few pieces. They give you this long wire for, I guess, your brakes and wiring and stuff like that. But other than being at a standstill, because you have to paint first on a lot of this stuff, you're at a standstill right out of the box after you clean up that, the fork. And you know what? I don't like the way the Maltov pen came out on the sides. So I may do bare metal foil on this. So that may be something I have to do. But other than that, the Grim Reaper is a little grim, but not too bad. So, and another thing that I did not realize, this is a 1/8 scale kit. So I didn't even read the box. I just bought it. I thought it was 1/24. But as you can see, next to the Camaro, it's a huge kit. So keep all that stuff in mind, and that's my little update on the Grim Reaper. Moving that off to the side, let me just show you what I got done on the Cadillac last night. Pulled the Caddy over here. Got the bottom fairly done. I did not go with the chrome crossmember because the chrome crossmember does not have the LowRider option on it. Only the plain styrene one does. And that meaning that they have 2 holes drilled. I could have probably drilled a hole in the chrome, but it's like offset, and the little tiny axle that they have sticking out of the wheel here would not fit in. What else about this? Oh, the holes for the axles are way too big, so you're gonna have to use some epoxy on it. So anyway, the motor is in. One of the wheels is on. I got to do the other one. I got that all painted up. I got this section of it all painted up. So we're moving along on the Caddy. On this, I have to go get some paint today. I got to get the chameleon paint, and I got to go back to Hobby Lobby to get lacquer primer. So I know what I'll be doing most of the day, driving around in search of paint. So there you have it, my update for Thursday morning. You all have a great day, and we'll talk to you on the next one.